Thank you very much, Julie. Good morning, everybody. I'm so excited to be here because you guys are awesome. Can we give it up again for these champions of change? And thank you to Julie Rodriguez both for setting this up, but for the work that she does every day. I saw a couple of gasps when she mentioned that she's a granddaughter of Cesar Chavez, right? And you know, one of my great privileges in life was that I had the opportunity to meet her grandfather, but another of my great privileges in life is that I get to work with this very dedicated, talented woman. We are so lucky to have her here. I have this great, wonderful, easy job this morning, which is just to welcome you and thank you for what you do and to tie it to the work that we're doing in this White House and the work that you're doing all across this country to get an immigration reform passed once and for all. This is going to be our year, right? Can you feel it? Now, I say that blithely, and I feel like I always have to knock on wood when I do, because obviously we know a little bit about the road ahead. I mean, the good news is that we're on the road, and that this is clearly a priority for President Obama. We are working on this all across this White House and all across this town. As everybody knows, there are bipartisan groups in the Senate and the House working on legislation. The President has put forth his principles for legislation, and the really good news is how much alignment there is between what the President is talking about, what the so-called gangs of eight are talking about. As the President likes to say, there aren't a lot of technical decisions to be made here. At some level, we all know what needs to be in an immigration reform. I mean, you've been working on it for a long time. We've all been working on it for a long time. The Senate considered bills 6 and 7 years ago. So there aren't a lot of sort of technical policy decisions to be made here. What the President said yesterday in a naturalization ceremony that he held here at the White House was, we just need the political courage and will to get the job done. And that has been true for an awfully long time. And the President has been part of this movement really since he was an Illinois state senator and co-sponsored that state's version of the DREAM Act. He was in the Senate when we passed a bill in 2006 and when a bill failed in 2007. He has been focused on getting this done, and you can feel the logjam starting to break. And that is, it's great news. The alignment between his work and the Senate's principles is great news, but we also all understand that while things seem to be moving in the right direction, we can't take any of that for granted, right? We all know, because we've all experienced it, that when we get to the point where a bill gets considered and voted on, that's where the challenges really begin, right? Getting the debate started has been a great challenge over many years, but bringing the debate over the finish line in a way which really addresses what's broken about our immigration system in a comprehensive way, that's going to take work from all over the country, right? We can't take for granted the fact that a bipartisan debate has started to just assume it's going to conclude and that it's going to go the way we all need it to go in order to honor our traditions as a nation of laws and a nation of immigrants. That's going to take organizing. It's going to take hard work. It's going to take work all around the country, which is part of the reason I'm so excited to see all of you here today, right? Because this is kind of the A-team that we're honoring here. These are folks who have been working on this issue in a compelling way. And it strikes me as very fitting that we are honoring the life and the work of an inspiring civil rights leader, someone who really gave of himself, but who also calls all of us to do the same. In this way, it seems very fitting to do it in this way, in this year, because we have so much work ahead, but because we can also see that finish line. But our job is to get, obviously, not just ourselves and our country, but the immigrants who have been struggling and who have shown the courage to raise their own voices, to get us all over the finish line together. So thank you for doing what you're doing. Thank you for getting yourselves here and doing the work that got you to this moment. But especially to our champs of change, but really to all of you in this room, thank you especially for the work that's still ahead. We have a lot of it. This is going to be a momentous year. But it is really abundantly clear that what got us to this point, what is breaking the logjam, is the fact that folks have spoken out, that they have made it abundantly clear that for constituencies all across the country, for the sake of our economy, for the sake of honoring who we are as a nation, that it's time to get this done. It is indeed time, and thank you for all the work that you're going to do to get us there. Thank you so much, and congratulations.